Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our Wednesday night 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons game. Our brave adventurers are out there in the monastery once again trying to find out what's going on. Hopefully, you've been able to watch the last couple episodes. Lots of interesting things have come across our path of our PCs. We even have a couple new players tonight. We have Elidor, how do you say that?
Let's go Arender.
Elender. Okay, Arender. Arender is a new character who happened to know the dwarf in the town of Bream, and the dwarf had told him to head up to the monastery, that he knew there were some people up there trying to help the town of Bream and try to find out what's going on. So he sent Erdor up there, and we also have a sub tonight from our Thursday night group. Mark is going to be playing Chris tonight because Chris is unable to be here this evening. So welcome, Mark. Thanks for subbing for us tonight.
Hey guys, no problem.
All right. So as I mentioned, we've been investigating the monastery. Lots of interesting things going on, and we're going to go ahead and pick up from last time. What do you guys wish to do here?
I think you just made Chris invisible.
I can see me.
There. Yeah.
I can see Chris.
What does the yellow
There
dot
he
mean
is.
now?
You have light.
Yes, the old dot means you have a torch out.
Yeah, I think we were still talking to Selefanad.
Okay. So
So
talk.
you mentioned about something about seeing a dragon. I'm assuming that was some jest going on.
Oh, you silly, silly surface people. I tell you, you have no idea what's going on, do you?
Why would we be here if we knew?
Ha! I was assuming you were coming back to claim what was rightfully yours, but I guess that's not the case.
Just start pacing around.
All right.
We certainly
There's
didn't live here before.
these purple squares that I put on are open doorways there. So yes, you do have this open room now, as you can see into it. Has a table and some chairs. You see several other doorways leading out of the room, hopefully. And like saw at the last end of the last episode here, we've got some tables kind of scattered around the rooms. Looks like some kind of workroom. There's lots of different vials of just different items and bat wings and claws and just different things that are ground up, different powders and all kinds of different alchemist type items laying on the tables. Some of them are scattered around the room, broken on the ground. There's lots of glass that has been broken all over the place. You see some plants actually growing up out of the ground of different looks and different feels. And of course, in between all of this, you see your lady friend over there, kind of just watching you guys and kind of impressed with how well you were able to fight off those other creatures. And she's just kind of standing there watching everyone.
I think the only combat where we didn't take any damage.
So, excuse my manners, but do you mind if I ask what exactly you are?
I am a female, as you can possibly see, that has been altered by the evil forces of nature, corrupted in the very essence. But I like how I turned out, don't you? She kind of stands there with her shoulders kind of up and her head kind of held high, kind of having you take a look at her. She flaps her wings.
Yes, very attractive. But what I meant is, were you human or elf or what?
I was once very much just like your lady friend there, just like her many, many moons ago, before I was corrupted by this evil curse that befall me.
What are you now?
What am I now? I am still the lady of the night. And again, she kind of flaps her wings and puts her chin up high and has you gaze at her beautifulness.
So, out of character, many moons means she's been like this longer than the darkness has been around. Because many moons would be months,
Maybe.
whereas the darkness, at least up here, she
Sounds
might
like
have
a
found the darkness somewhere else, but this has not been a recent occurrence for her, like this darkness in the monastery has recently sprouted up.
Out of character, you have no idea.
Well, given what she said.
She could be lying.
Well,
could ask.
yeah, but that, unlike the dragon, is something I think she's not lying about.
So she's kind of looking at these creatures that had come out of the room that Zero, I believe, had handed her one of them, and she's
Right.
kind of looking over the creature and picking off feathers off the creature and sniffing it, and kind of takes a little bite out of it and kind of, analyzing what it is and looking it over. Has anyone ever seen such a wonderful creature?
I can't say I have, and maybe can't say I wish to see them. But, I mean, it's all personal opinion on what's beautiful.
That is true. So again, you do see some ramps that go up to like higher level of areas to the south, to the north, and obviously to the west there.
Do you follow religion? Are you a holy person?
She looks at you like, "Are you talking to me?" Of course
Of
not.
course. Oh, that's fine. Just wondering,
But I must be getting back home soon.
where's that? The underworld?
Yes, down in the depths of the darkness below. You would call it the underworld, but I would call it my home.
What's the
What brought
hurry?
you up here? And yes, what's the hurry?
Oh, the hurry is before long it'll start getting dark. I don't want to be up here when it gets dark. You probably don't want to be either.
Hmm.
And what brought you up here in the first place?
Adventure, just like you, trying to find out what's going on up here. Many new holes in the ground to explore. Many new passageways have been opened. Some days your eyes will gaze upon that which hasn't been seen for many, many years.
Do you mean to say that the darkness does not seep below the ground?
Oh no, the darkness does seep below the ground.
And
Far
yet your
down.
home is far away and safe from it.
My home is underground.
Okay. How long have you been in the monastery?
Today? Just an hour or two?
I mean, how long have you been in this area looking around?
Today? An hour or two?
Excuse me. Since you started adventuring.
Oh, this is my first time here. This is such wonderful stuff to see.
It is really. None of the doors were open. How did you get in here?
I came through the cracks in the ground.
Oh. So I guess there's. Oh, it must be in the crumbled building.
They're all over the place. You just need to open your eyes, human.
Excuse me?
He's a halfling.
Cracks, he means.
He was talking to
Oh, okay.
someone else.
Okay.
Chris.
Oh,
we
what?
wouldn't want to. He was talking to you. She.
Yeah.
we wouldn't want to hold you up or anything. So if you wish to leave, we're not. We don't need you to stay. You can leave whenever you want.
I will take my leave shortly.
Right.
Well, I think we've explored most of this room. We've found the 2 vials, and these components on the table don't really mean anything. Piero, do you want to move somewhere else?
We should probably check up these stairs and ramps.
What about in that secret room we have not been in?
Oh yeah, that's probably something there.
Yeah, there's probably something in there, she whispers.
Either that
Kind of
or
comes over to the door and peeks in. Why don't you go in there and see what's in there?
Yeah, oh, first of all, I do not have my protective shield of life, so, how many spells? I think I used
you
2
use...
spells, so I have 3 left. So, Liliana will mutter to herself and cast False Life.
Oh boy, love that.
And she will glow with vitality.
All right. So some of you are injured. If you guys want to take a short rest.
It's only me and
that.
Zero. And yeah, we just did that in the armor room after it clobbered us. So, after casting
Ladies first.
False Life on herself, she'll daintily step across the border and look around.
Okay, you see pretty much an open room with nothing in it other than a wood table and 4 chairs. And you see a
Mine
door
is
over
below.
here, and you see a door over here. Hello, quick, there you
I'll
go.
be right back. Sorry, the doorbell just rang.
That's okay.
Okay.
I'd just like to mention that these chicken things had apparently not been in here more than a few minutes because the floor is entirely clean. There's no, like, droppings everywhere. Raising chickens. Chickens poop a lot. So, mind is blown. Okay, so there's nothing on the table. There's 2 doors.
Yes, correct.
Alright. What does this wall over here look like?
It looks just like a regular wall.
Alright.
This thing got moved a little bit. It's covering up a doorway, but there's no doorway there.
Alright.
I didn't want a doorway there. I moved the doorway.
Piero last time, he wanted to see if that was movable because of the secret door, but we just never got to it. Looking at the party, she's going to try to motion for somebody else to come in so she's not completely alone, and she will open this bottom door.
Okay. Just like a lot of the other doors you've come across so far. Stone door with just a big handle on it.
And both of these are stone, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so she'll open a crack, look through, and then open it all the way.
I hold my bow at the ready.
Okay. You see a hallway that goes down about 40, 50 feet and just dead ends.
What do you see?
So there's a hallway, and it looks like it's just a dead end. Liliana will step through and look around, trying to figure out if this is just a dead end hallway for some crazy reason.
Okay. Why don't you give me a perception check there?
Peculiar.
It's a weird hallway. There's probably something hidden.
There's probably nothing hidden over there, guys.
It looks perfectly
Liliana
fine.
is so convinced that there's nothing over there, she's gonna walk over here and throw these 2 double doors open.
All right. We have reveal. So as you open the doors, kind of inwards towards you, you see a bookshelf, again, some books on it. And just inside, hanging on the wall, you see a stone object. It has the shape of a bird on it, and it's about 4 inches square, and looks rather peculiar. It's hanging up on like a chain that kind of goes through a little loop on it. But it's definitely not like a necklace or something. It's obviously an item that's completely made of stone, 4 inches square, and it's got the image of a bird on it. And of course, you see the bookshelf there in front of you as well. And you can see the room continues around the corner there.
Yeah, Liliana really wants that bookshelf. She likes books. Now, she's going to take 2 steps in, almost go for the bookshelf, and then she's going to look around this corner, see what's over here.
All right. You see some more bookshelves down in this room here.
And looking around the corner more.
All right. You see some more bookshelves. You see, again, in the middle of this room, obviously, probably from the earthquake or whatever happened, there's a bunch of books in the middle of the room, falling off the bookshelves. Just complete destruction and just mayhem everywhere. But you do happen to see another scroll, and you do see a potion in a green vial over in the corner there that's laying on top of the books.
All right. Liliana will shout back through the double doors that it looks like we found a secret library in here. I'll take a little bit and look. I want to look in these books.
Oh, library. What are the books about?
There's all kinds of different books at this point.
Assume nature.
Most of them have got nature and stuff. If you want to do some kind of investigation, that's fine.
Well, more importantly, Chris steps in and notices the object. Because it is something carved or whatever, he'll try to see if he can think of maybe if it belongs to a religion or something like that.
Okay, nothing right off the top of his head comes to mind. Any kind of religion or anything. Just nothing, no kind of religious symbols or anything on it. It just looks like the image of a bird.
A bird.
Yep.
Okay. Can't tell if it's significant then.
Yeah.
How big did you say it was?
It's about 4 inches square.
Okay.
And it's just laying on something with a chain around it?
It's hanging on the wall. On it, there's a
hanging
nail in the
on a
wall.
chain.
Yeah,
Alright.
there's a nail in the wall, and then there's a chain that loops down into it.
I just wanted to make sure that the chain wasn't coming out of the wall, and if you take it off, the chain triggers a trap and we all die.
That's a possibility.
It looks like some kind of charm or something.
I'm gonna grab this potion.
Okay.
As a general rule, I just want to be standing right behind, hopefully, or beside whatever her name is. And
Celephanoid?
yeah, and I'm just steadily watching her. I'm not even doing anything else.
Okay. She's kind of hopping along, following you guys in these rooms, kind of looking at what's in here. And
Liliana's going to try and do a general inventory of what is on the shelves in the library.
Okay.
Trying to figure out if there's what the general theme is and if there are any books that are out of place.
Dang.
After studying the room and kind of looking through some books and moving them around, there's, like I mentioned, there's not a lot left on the shelves. Most of them are laying in the room, just haphazard piles and stuff. It doesn't look like anybody's been in here to clean up after probably, the earthquake had happened. Again, most of them are nature books, things to do with drawings of different plants, drawings of different animals, just lots of different text on, colors and designs and just implementations at quick glance. That's pretty much all you can just decipher.
All right.
You said books were like strewn about, and then you said why, and why would there be chaos in this room?
Because there's been an earthquake.
Okay,
And
so
there
there's
were,
an earthquake.
Yeah,
yeah.
a month ago there was a massive earthquake. Basically, several of the big mountains in the area had the whole peak of one of the mountains had collapsed down into the sea. As a matter of fact, let me show you. Do we have? I don't have a good map to show you.
Okay.
Um, Basically, this. Yeah, actually, I will show you really quickly here, so you can kind of get a better gist of what we're doing here. For our new players or somebody at home that's just joining us here. So this is the original town of Barim. It's just a local town, mostly known for the dwarven city that's in the mountain that the dwarves reestablished 10 years ago. And they found some silver and some ore and started exporting that out of the mines. And this city kind of grew up outside of it so they could ship the ore and the silver to different kingdoms and get some trade going and such. But this is located, if we go into this map here, bring you guys over to this map. You might have to zoom in a little bit closer there, but yeah, that's basically right where we're pinging. It's right on this, the edge of the Earth Fast Mountains and where the coastline is. And basically, when the earthquake happened, it basically changed the upper landscape as well as the underneath. The dwarven town was almost completely decimated by the collapsing stone. A lot of the mountains had collapsed upon itself. One of the mountains slid right into the sea. It was a really massive event that happened. And after that happened, about a week later, is when the darkness started spreading around the town. And basically, we're back to the city map, yes? Okay. So the green line there at the bottom kind of represents where the shadow starts, and it kind of goes, okay, kind of this whole area that's in purple now. Is infested by a darkening darkness, if that makes sense. um, so after the darkness came, the people just kind of abandoned. I have to make sure I put you guys back on the right map. I'd hate to put you on the wrong one. The town kind of abandoned everything inside the darkness at that point, and so nobody's been in this area to secure it or keep track of it or anything like that. So that's why you would see chaos. You've seen it throughout the your adventures in the monastery so far. Most
Okay.
areas you're going into, you see chairs that have been knocked over, glass bottles, like in the last room over here, that just glass bottles that had fallen off the table and broken, and
Okay, well, a big part of it is that like there's plants coming through everywhere, right?
there seems to be a lot more nature than what you expected, but you're not for sure because you've never been in this monastery.
Okay.
And it was dedicated to the study of nature, so there could possibly be lots of nature. But the nature you've come across so far, like over here in this main area, if I can ping
Yeah.
it, has been altered. Like this is all instead of like water, it's now like slime. The spore plants that are sitting on top of this the slime are kind of altered and did nasty things, shall we say? But spew poisonous gas, and there was two really ugly, slimy slugs that came out of the sludge, and just things don't look like normal nature. In fact, the trees down here outside, down at the very south end, were normal trees that have been altered to life. And you also encountered a golem down here that was kind of caught in nature as well when his body was infested inside of living rock. So lots of different and weird things going on.
Okay, yeah, I was just wondering why maybe wasn't any plants in this room. But, okay. We still haven't touched the scroll.
Yeah, I was about to pick it up and ask Liliana what she thinks of it. And I guess look at it and see what it looks like.
Yeah, we can put our heads together to try and see what that is.
Okay, it is a flaming sphere scroll of 2nd level.
Oh.
Well, there we go.
I guess
Now we have 2 of those.
I'll hold on to one, you hold on.
Actually, hang on a second.
Oh.
Oh, and that is actually conjuration.
No, it's not actually that. It didn't copy the text right. Ah, interesting. It is actually a mirror image scroll. I'm not sure why.
Oh.
When I copied the text in there, it didn't save the text. So it is a mirror image scroll, sorry.
No, you can have it, Liliana.
Alright. She
Strange.
will grab it, put it in her pack.
I just thought of it, but it's kind of strange that they have a flaming sphere scroll in nature monastery.
Well, fire is nature. So
I
is
guess so.
water. So is ice. So
Yeah, I
is...
suppose so. That makes sense. Well, guess we should continue.
Okay.
It occurs naturally, but it's not really a sustainable force. But yeah, it looks like, oh, did no one even touch this, bird
Chris
pendant?
looked at it.
Yeah,
The bird. What bird?
Pendant.
Oh,
Bird thing.
the 4-inch square stone that has the image of a bird. Yes. They looked at it.
Liliana's going to look at it some more, and then she's going to pick it up off of the nail in the wall.
Okay. Sounds good.
She's going to go over to Piero and try to confer to see if we know of any such talismans.
Looks like a bird.
Looks like a bird. That's all we know.
Looks like a bird.
Looks like a bird.
Pretty sure
Looks
that's
like a bird stone.
Yeah.
It's almost like that 2-inch or 2-foot long piece of metal that was 1 inch wide.
But it's on a chain.
Just hold on to it, maybe.
It's on a chain, so it's not like it's Resident
It's
Evil.
probably someone's necklace, or maybe it's like some sort of, I don't know.
In the forbidden secret library?
Liliana, just take a minute to clear your head. Let's keep going.
You guys, come on. This is important. I know it is. Just like that corridor down there has no significant meaning.
Oh, what you're saying is the DM is up to no good? Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Uh-huh. Oh, all right. Well, I think I'll be going.
It was great. Nice seeing you.
Will you be
guess.
coming back? Maybe I'll see you again if I come up.
Maybe.
Every day.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna try and squeeze my way
So
through
she
here.
starts, kind of just heading out, hopping along.
Guys, this is not good. This is horrible.
This is horrible.
Not good how? The creepy lady's leaving.
Yeah, but now we know that, fiends have an access way up here.
Bloop, 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 bloop,
And, worst things worse, just
bloop,
ravages of the underworld comes up and destroys everything we know.
bloop, 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 bloop.
You know, she could be talking about literal cracks.
Yeah, there was a literal crack out in their front lawn. So
It's a
I'm
pretty
not
big
sure
crack.
this is a dimensional rift. I think this might just be, I don't know what she was, but it didn't seem like she was changed by the darkness, and it seemed like she was afraid of it.
Well, she said she's from the underworld and
Well,
she's here
remember,
now.
there was this huge hole if you look at your original map.
Yeah,
Also, she can fly.
maybe.
She had wings, so maybe, yeah.
Yes, you're not
I
sure.
don't
You
think
didn't see her
hopping is her
fly, but
preferred method of transportation.
she's not a hopper?
She's not a hopper.
How's this statue looking?
That is a statue. Looks like a gargoyle type creature of the night.
Have I read anything interesting about gargoyles?
Oh, I don't know. Have you?
I was a scribe at one point.
Yeah?
Could I try and,
Sure, sure, sure.
what would I be thinking about? What should I roll? If I want to figure anything out.
I don't know. You tell me. What would your character be thinking about?
I guess history.
Okay.
I'll get some history up in here.
Historically, what have gargoyles done?
The only thing you really remember much about the old gargoyles is that sometimes they can animate into real creatures from stone.
Okay, that's good. So I'm definitely not gonna touch that. I'm gonna just should I touch it? Guys, should I touch
you
the
don't know
statue?
Why not? What is it?
There could be
I
like a hidden
suggest-
pass. There could be
I
like a hidden
suggest-
passage under it.
I suggest
Or
touching it with a
could-
sword.
Or it could be just a 500-pound piece of rock.
Alright, well, I guess I'll get in closer. And maybe feel for any like switches or crevices or any like abnormalities on a statue.
So you're going to investigate it?
Yeah.
Okay. As he's doing this, what is everybody else going to do?
Oh, I'm a halfling. Hey. Hey.
Hey!
Well, there's that one coming into play, isn't it?
Finally.
Yeah, you've rolled a lot of twos. You see no levers, no buttons, no switches, nothing out of the ordinary from this stone statue.
Oh, guys, it's probably just a statue. And I come back.
Alright.
I'm gonna walk up these steps here to the east and look down, see what the deal is.
All right. You see a couple containers. Most of them are laying on the ground. Some of them have different kinds of dirt. So there's a brown dirt, there's a black dirt, there's dirt with little green pellets in it. There's dirt with little orange vines in it. Looks like they were storing, different kinds of earthly earth inside it. Earthly earth. Yes, I said that.
No doors, no nothing, just a big storage room.
Basically, that's what you to take, yes.
Okay, forget that.
I'm gonna follow Liliana up here. If she goes up.
Yeah, I sort of did want to look at the earthly earth, but yeah, he didn't say anything, so Liliana's going to walk up here and take a glance around.
All right. Again, some more bookshelves that are
Oh, yes! Jackpot.
destroyed and laying strewn all over the room. You see 3 large tables. Again, probably had some vials and stuff on them, but most of the vials are on the floor, cracked and broken, and pretty much destroyed, and whatever liquid they had is long evaporated and or become hard and just worthless. You do notice over in the northeast corner, what looks like a chest that was probably sitting on the table is kind of split open, probably from falling off the table, and you see some papers and items kind of scattered around where the chest was.
And I'll start walking
Liliana
towards.
will go and start rifling through the papers.
Okay. As they're doing that, what is Anandor and Kriz doing?
Chris was gonna start looking down here. I
I'll
mean, if
follow.
I stand right here, do I see anything different starting out?
Um, yeah, I can give you some of that. You see it leads up to looks like a bookshelf. You see lots of papers on top of the bookshelf. You see a book, and give me a perception check there.
Oh, okay.
You see these other stairs kind of going up to more ladder landings above you there.
I think Chris would be good at doing that. Looking.
Yeah, yeah,
+2.
yeah. You do see a dagger that's sitting on top of the table as well.
Well, I'm curious about the book and the dagger, so I'll go ahead and pick them up and
All right. So
look at them closer.
as you go to reach for the dagger, you see this on the blade of it. You see like a little mirror of the reflecting off the light of your torch, and you see like a little flame that kind of reflects off the blade of it onto the dagger.
So it's a very reflective dagger. Just very
Wow.
shiny. Yeah.
Well, it is shiny, but that wasn't the purpose of that.
Say it again. I didn't think I understood.
You see a little flame that reflects off the blade from your torch that kind of shows a flame on the blade.
Oh, okay, so it's an actual light. Okay. Well, um, putting my bow away, can I try the handle? Like, can I try like actually holding it in my hand with the by the handle?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You grab it, no problem.
You burst into flames.
And
You
actually, I'm gonna
see,
hold
you
this.
see, as you're holding it and kind of studying it and kind of turning it in your hand and looking it over, again, you still see this little flame kind of.
Yeah, I was gonna try holding the torch closer to it.
Okay. Holding the torch does closer to it doesn't do anything.
It just has the single flame. Okay. Um, well, looking at well, actually, I'm gonna set it down for a second and look at the book more closely.
Okay, the book looks like some kind of journal on the investigation of what's going on in this temple. Just kind of general notes on such and such a day, so and so visited. Kind of like almost like a, what do they call it? Not a
A
diary.
log?
Yeah, thank you. It's like a log of who had come to the temple and visited and what they were there for and stuff like that. It goes back for quite a few years actually. So
Okay, so I have a log and the dagger. Well, I'll go ahead and take both of them, I guess. I should show the log to the others, and I'll slip the dagger into my belt, assuming the flame's not gonna set it on fire. But
all right, as you're doing all this, Enendor, what are you doing?
I'll probably watch him for a little bit, and when I get bored, I'll mosey on over here and go up this stairway.
Nice.
All right. You see up in your area just some tables that are kind of overturned there, and you see different jars on the ground that had broken, and most of them have seeds of different sizes. Some real small orange seeds, some bigger brown seeds, just different seeds of different plants, basically, that are scattered all over the area on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, that means nothing to me, so I just walk back down.
Okay.
First dirt, now seeds.
Yep. Seems like a big garden.
All right, so Liliana and Piero, Liliana, you're kind of rifling through the paperwork and looking through. Um, it looks like there's some notes there on some of the studies that they've been doing on different plants and different animals, and combining different species together. You see drawings of bats and the drawings of lions, and trying to combine. There was a drawing of a bat, a drawing of a lion, and then a drawing of a bat with a lion, combined
A
together.
poorly drawn squibble of a bat lion.
Yeah, yeah. So different items such as that. Piero, you're kind of looking around and you notice that you see a ring on the ground as well.
I'm gonna pick it up. How does it feel?
It feels, actually, when you go to pick it up, it's a nice solid gold ring, but it feels light as a feather.
How precious. I look around. My precious. I'm gonna try and put it on.
Okay. And then you put it on just fine.
Looks nice. And oh, that's a chest, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's a chest that had fallen over and broken in half as it landed on the ground. Obviously, not well-made chest, obviously, or
Find anything, Liliana?
Some research papers about combining animals. I didn't think that was what this Nature Institute was about, but it's interesting, at least. Looking at these bats on the paper again, Liliana is going to look at the bird on the stone sigil, and she's going to try and figure out what that bird was with a nature check.
You see that it's nothing from anything in the drawings that you're looking at. It just looks like a normal, everyday seabird.
Well, no, she was just trying to figure out, was it a hawk? Was it an eagle? Was it a...
Looks like a seabird.
All right. So, yeah, I don't know. These papers are interesting, but there's nothing really here.
We should go see what the other guys found.
Liliana will stuff a roll of the papers in her bag, but that's about it.
Okay. Chris, you're done doing what you're doing, and Endor, you're done doing what you're doing. Zero had come up while you guys were doing all this, and he kind of was in this area. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this thing here.
Forgot he's a dude.
And he was like, "Hey, there's a dead lady up here.
Don't touch that.
She's got a key in her hand over here. Or, well, it's laying next to her, I guess, so what should we do with her? She looks kind of like the other lady we met in the other room, kind of dressed the same way."
Yeah, Liliana will go up and, look at her.
Okay. She looks very similar to the lady that, very similar dress to the lady that you saw in the mess hall there. Same, kind of attire. Laying next to her, you see a silver key.
Were
and
Zero
on the key,
and Chris
I'm not
the
done.
ones that...
I'm not
Okay.
done. Sorry. On the actual, I don't know, the not the part you put in the keyhole. What's the other end called? The handle, I guess. The handle of
yeah.
the key is kind of inlaid in silver with this nice little vine of like an intricate little woven design with this vine that kind of spins around and does a circle and then a loop and then everything. And why don't you give me a perception check?
You need a magnifying glass.
Ah,
Aha.
so you kind of, this is kind of interesting, and you kind of put your hands on it and look around, and you notice that the vine, if you turn it at a certain angle, the vine looks like it makes three numbers.
Ooh. Don't even have to ask who was trying to open that chest.
Oh, interesting. A key could it be for the chest we
Yeah,
found?
I think I can make out numbers on this key. What do the numbers look like?
694.
I think we might want to go back to the room we found the armor in and try this key out. Oh, also, Erendur, we found some armor that looks like it might be your size. If it attacks you, don't worry, that's happened before.
I just stare at him when he says that.
Okay.
Hey, it's magical. I mean, it's protective. Fits real well.
It may fight better than you do.
And it is plate mail armor as well.
Yeah, it's only about 20% chance it'll crush you when you get in it. But that's not the point. I say we continue.
I say it's a loss we're willing to take.
Nice, nice guys.
Let's just assume we didn't say that.
You'll probably be fine.
Probably.
Did
All
Chris
right,
tell
so
us about
Zero's
the
like,
log?
if we're headed back there, we don't have all day. We got
yeah,
to
I
get
was-
this done before the darkness comes tonight. We got to be back in town. If you guys want to spend all day in this room,
Good idea.
I'll mention the log, but we can look at it when we're not in danger.
Yeah, you're taking it with you, right?
Yeah, I have both
Yeah.
items on me.
That seems like something we can research more at the inn we're staying at.
Yeah.
Erendur knows I have the dagger, but I won't mention it.
Oh yeah, he does. Excuse me, Chris.
all right. So as you come back in this room, for those of you who weren't here, basically, again, bookshelves. Most of them have been the shelvings have been all knocked down. Everything's scattered all over the room. You see a set of plate mail armor that was originally stuck on the wall here, and is was it Piro
Something
or Zero that walked up to it to investigate it?
Chris.
It's Chris. Okay,
yeah.
sorry. As Chris walked up to investigate it, it attacked him, and then eventually you guys did enough damage to it that it just crumbled to the floor.
It rolled 2 crits, by the way.
It was pretty good, wasn't it?
Okay, so Liliana will go to the chest and she'll try to move the dials before she sticks the key in.
Okay. And what are you
And-
going to do with the dials? You're going to move them to...
Oh, I forget the number. It's like
694.
634. 694. Okay.
He's right.
Thank you, Piero, for looking over my shoulder as I was looking at this ring. Looking at the key. She'll
All right,
put
so
it
you adjust the dials to
694,
694. Yes.
and she'll slot the key and she'll turn it.
Okay. When you turn the numbers to 694, slot the key in the hole, you turn it, the lid comes open.
Oh.
And it has
Zelda
teeth.
sound effect.
You didn't like my sound effect?
I like that.
Sounds more
inside?
like it's got something stuck in its throat.
I'm
Oh,
gonna help her pull the lid up.
That's
Alright.
terrifying. Don't say that about a chest.
Let's get this good old lid open. Great.
Now the DM is rolling initiative.
Well, it's rolling to see if it blows up and kills us all.
All right, so you open the chest, and you see several items inside the chest. You see a warhammer. Oops. Guess you didn't open it that many times. You see a warhammer. You see a ring. And you see a group of arrows bundled together.
Mine.
You don't see it?
Liliana will reach in, she'll grab the bundle, and she'll say, Chris, think fast, and throw it at him.
Oh,
Okay, that's about it.
all right.
I was gonna say that was like a 60-foot throw when he's over here now.
Yeah, and she's not that good of a freaking
Wow. And she hit Zero in the way, and Zero dies, so...
Yeah, Zero and Erendor break the arrows, and the arrows explode into a fireball, and the whole room gets incinerated.
There are 8 arrows in the bundle there.
Okay.
You notice there is, let's see, a ring and a warhammer.
Let's feel around for some magic in there, actually. It sounds like a good idea. Well,
Feel
actually, no,
around
we can't,
for
we
magic?
can't do that. I was thinking of another guy. Never mind. Forget I said that.
Liliana
look at-
will grab the warhammer, she'll start to lift it, but then on second thought she's going to drop it, and she's going to take the ring, she's going to put it on, and she's going to look at Erendor and say, hey, there's a warhammer in there if you want it, and walk off.
I think he's the only one who can lift it. Yeah, that's fine.
And she'll be examining her ring.
Sure, I'll go grab the warhammer.
Okay. So you grab the warhammer, you grab the ring, and Chris grabs the arrows, alright?
Do the arrows look any different than regular arrows?
Nope, they look like normal arrows, but that doesn't necessarily mean they are normal arrows. The way 5th edition does magic items is basically during your short rest, you can attune yourself. If it's a magic item, you can attune yourself to it, which basically you claim it as yours, and you learn its magical properties during that time.
Just so I know, what's like the classes in general? I mean, what's everyone's classes?
We all have magic, except Zero. He's not the magic guy.
You have
So
a
he
you have a
needs to
monk,
die.
you have a ranger, a sorcerer, and a warlock,
And a cleric.
and a cleric now.
Okay,
So-
so in terms of the dagger, I probably would be the person to keep it anyway, but
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
see. Okay.
So, or you wanna see if this armor, you can get it on you? See how it feels?
No, let's get it on you.
I think he's a little short for that.
Yeah, and then I'll just keep the fact that magic armor fits everyone to myself and say, no, I think you should try. It looks more to your size.
I refuse to be a guinea pig for this suit. We'll worst case scenario, we'll have to take it back and get it looked at.
You can
Well,
be you, or you can be.
Liliana will roll her eyes and put out her hands and say, just put the damn thing on me then.
Are you gonna be able to hold it up on you?
Oh, she won't be able to move in it, but she'll be able to freaking put it on.
Well, it's going to take about 10 minutes to don
Yeah,
on
and
a set of
Well,
armor.
She has 2 helpers, though, so that's going to be like...
No. You can't help to don, you can only help to doff.
What?
Yeah, that's what it
I
says,
thought it
I
was-
think.
Still going to take a while.
Yeah, it'll
Is that,
take a-
do you
why
guys
don't we
want to
just-
really spend time
Okay.
putting on and off armor all day?
Let's leave this for now.
Do we all... No, let's all take a piece of the armor.
No, we'll bring it back when we're done exploring, okay? Leave it.
We already know there's a crazy hag in
Zero
here. Do
is
we really
walking
want
out
her
the
to take
door.
armor?
He says to Chris, come on, Chris, let's go find out what the rest of this place is like. Are these
Just
guys...
pick it up.
Have you ever tried picking up plate armor? That's what I saw. I'm gonna follow them.
All right, Liliana's gonna walk out the door.
All right, so Zero's exited out the door here.
It's got really fat all
He
of a sudden.
did. Got really big, didn't he? Oh, you guys did decide to come. Oh, and even Liliana. I thought you were going to put on the armor, Liliana. What happened?
Nobody helps me, and I don't know how to put on armor, so...
You won't be much good with armor anyways.
Oh,
First world
thanks.
problems.
Oh, those
We
statues
just-
don't look so
We
fat.
could roll you down the stairs and make you a battering ram or something.
Well, it seems rather nice. I'm gonna. Is there any like? Is the base of the statue circular like it is on the token here?
Uh-huh.
Is there any engravings on it?
You don't see any, no?
Okay, well, just gonna keep going.
All right. So for those of you who are just joining us or don't understand what's going on with our little drawing here, this purple line represents a ledge that's 30 feet up above you. These stairs, obviously in the middle of the room here, go up 30 feet to a ledge that's above you, 30 feet.
Oh, does that bush look like the same type of goodberry bush we saw?
Well, you're 40 feet away from it and you're looking through a tree, so...
How about now?
Yes, it does look very much like one of those bushes you had seen before that has berries on it.
Seem to be good. Anyway, I guess now that I'm here, I'm gonna look up and see all these rocks on this statue. Look at them.
Yes, rocks had collapsed, obviously, from probably the top level and rolled down on top of the statue here.
Wow, I can kind of see it on my map, but does my
You
character?
do see looks like a body in the rubble as well.
That's quite gruesome. I'm just gonna leave that. That's kind of gross. Well, guys, let's go up these stairs.
What were you looking at over there?
Those more good berries and rocks.
Well,
Don't pick them.
What? Why not?
They disappear in about a day or something like
yeah,
that.
after a day, right?
Remember, we picked.
Liliana has already had I guess she's only had one of these, but they were good.
You have another one on you too, I think.
Yeah, she has two. Everyone else has one.
No, Zero
except
doesn't.
Arendar.
Yeah,
No,
and
Zero did.
He gave it to Chris.
Oh, I guess that's right.
I have one.
Yeah, Chris.
So Chris, Piro, and Liliana have one.
Yep.
So Liliana will go up these steps about the same time Piro does.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, go!
Up.
Up. Ah, you. Ah. Ah.
We get impaled.
So off to the left, you see several large trees growing up out of the ground. Off to the right, you see part of the building has collapsed upon itself there. You also see some large trees. And in the middle, you see that.
Okay. Is that...
So what you see is you see two large, very large, about 30 feet tall, bone claws or horns or something, bones actually. Looks like a black bone sticking up through the ground. Behind that you see a dragon sitting on a pedestal.
Does it look alive?
The dragon does look alive, although it's not moving.
Like
Moving.
life-like, or
I'm sorry?
lifelike, or actually a real dragon?
It looks very lifelike, but it's not moving.
Well,
All right.
Chris's favorite enemy is dragons, so I'd probably be able to, in terms of like checking it out, determine pretty quickly if it's alive or At least do I know of any dragons that would pretend to be stone?
It doesn't look like it's stone. It looks like a normal dragon that's not moving.
How about it's okay? Well, I can speak.
Well, folks, we're going to find out what we do here in just a second. We're going to come back for the next episode. We don't want these to run too long. And we'll see you for the next episode and find out what the party sees and what they do. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next time, folks.